guys, so today I'm going to do another first impressions video. This time I'm going to be talking about my new NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. And I've been so excited to try this foundation for forever because it's just so overly hyped everywhere on YouTube, blogs, magazines, just everywhere really. And it's been out for quite some time, so I've just been, I don't know, just luring around it for a long time, and then I finally got around buying it. So here it is, and I've got it in the color Light 4 Deauville. Just thinking about it, I think I should have gone for the one called Fiji instead of Deauville, because Fiji is more for golden undertones, which I've got in my skin, so that's a bit of a shame. But I've got it in the color Deauville, and that's fine, it's okay. I think it's going to match me quite good. So firstly, some basic info about the actual foundation. This is in a 30ml bottle, which is kind of like the standard average size for a foundation, and this one has got no SPF in it, which means it's perfect for if you're going to get some photographs taken, or if you're going to a party where there's going to be a lot of photos, blah blah blah, and flashing lights, you know, it's just good for those kind of occasions. And this one comes in such a huge range of colors. You've got 20 different shades. So you will for sure be able to find one that matches you. As the name says, Sheer Glow Foundation, this is supposed to give a lot of glowiness and radiance to your skin, and it's also supposed to be a sheer coverage, so it's supposed to be a light coverage. But I've read that it's supposed to be very buildable as well, so you can build it up to medium coverage. I'm going to try to see if I can do that as well. It also says on the website that it's like ideal for people with normal to dry skin. And I'm like, I've got normal skin. I don't really have dry skin. I've got normal to slightly oily skin because I've got problems with an oily T-zone during summer. So I think it's going to be okay for me, but just bear in mind that it is actually also made for dry skin. This foundation contains antioxidant, which is supposed to be really good for your skin, and it also protects you from radicals or stuff like that. It also contains turmeric extracts, which is supposed to give a lot of like natural radiance and glowiness to your own skin. Also, it's dermatologist tested, and it's non-comedogenic, and it's also fragrance free, so that's just really good. And let's get cracking! Where's the pump? Okay, so this is actually the first time I've ever tried that with the foundation. This one comes with no pump, so it's actually just open into the actual foundation. So I'm not quite sure how to get it onto my face. But yeah, that is kind of like disappointing actually, because I actually really like the, like, you know, packaging. I think it's very like, how do you describe it, like classic and chic and I don't know, just pretty. But there's no pump, so beware of that. Can you buy a pump for this one? I'm totally gonna do that. Okay, so I'm just going to try to get something out of my hand. Okay, runny texture, looks like that, as you can see. And I'm gonna apply it on the half of my face, and then I'm going to buff it in with my buffing brush from Real Techniques. Okay, so now I've applied it on this side of my face, and it looks really pretty. It's very glowy and healthy looking, very natural, and I actually really like that. So yeah, it is definitely a light coverage. It doesn't really cover my redness and so on, so yeah, but it's really pretty. It's very glowy, and I like that. And the color seems to match me pretty good, so that's fine. But actually on the website they kind of like advise you to actually apply it with your fingertips, because it's really good to warm up the product with your hands or your fingers. So I think I'm going to apply the rest of the foundation on the other side of my face with my fingers. top, guys, I actually think that I prefer applying it with my fingers, as they advise you to on the website. It seemed as if the foundation just mixed much better into your skin, and so I would definitely recommend you guys to do that as well. Just remember to wash your hands before you do it. But I really like the glowiness that it gives to your skin. It looks really, really healthy. And also very natural. You can tell that I'm wearing a foundation, but it's not too much, and you can still see kind of like my imperfections. So it's not a full covering foundation in any way. It is definitely a light to a medium coverage. One thing that really disappoints me is not anything that has to do with the actual foundation, but the packaging. What the F? Why wouldn't it come with a pump? That is so stupid. It was so difficult to distribute and get the right amount of product. It was just so difficult, and I really hated that. I am definitely going to purchase a pump or something like that to this foundation, because else it's just so difficult to get the right amount of product. Else, I'm actually really pleased with the result. I think it's pretty, and it looks like that it doesn't like go too orange or anything on me. So that's fine. I'm actually pretty satisfied with the color. I would say that if I could change like the color that I chose, I would definitely go for the Fiji one. But this is okay, and I really like the finish of it, so it's a really good foundation actually. I'm quite satisfied with it. I would say that people with oily skin can use this one as well. Just use a good powder on top. Rimmel's got the Stay Matte powder. But I would say for people with really, really, really oily skin, you shouldn't go for this foundation, because it is glowy and it does give a dewy finish to your skin. It looks really, really pretty, and I really personally like it. But if you don't prefer that dewy finish, then you shouldn't go for this foundation. And that was my little first impressions video on the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. And overall, I'm really satisfied with the result. I like how it looks. It made my skin look like even and good and natural, and I really like that. It was a light coverage. It doesn't feel heavy or like you're wearing a mask at all. So it's a very lightweight foundation, and thumbs up from me. As always in my first impressions videos, I'm going to continue with the rest of my makeup, and you are very welcome to keep on watching and see what I'm gonna do. So a lot of you have been requesting me to do the look that I wore in my summer must-haves video, and I'll link that down below if you haven't seen that one yet. So I'm going to do that and try to use the same products that I used that day. So let's get going.